So my first album, I worked for years on it. We mixed it here. And then at the time, Norah Jones had released her big album, Come Away With Me,
Yeah.
that won 8 Grammys,
Yeah.
sold 35 million copies. And I thought, that whoever mixed that album, because I loved the album, I should get him to mix my album.
I love it so much.
And I was like, okay. So I spoke to Johnny Clegg,
Yeah.
who was a friend of mine, and I said, you know, this engineer, his name was Husky Hoskins, he's an Icelandic engineer based in LA.
Okay.
And I said, do you know how I could get a hold of this guy? And he says, well, let me speak to my engineer, Chad Blake, who's also a very famous engineer, also Grammy winning. And he knew Husky. So he put me in contact. So I sent Husky the album, and I said, would you possibly mix this? And I just thought it was a wild, like a very also cheeky suggestion. It's my first album. He's the world's best engineer. You know, do I think he's going to mix my album? And then he wrote back and he says, I love this music.
Wow.
And he says it's already so well mixed that I don't think I can do it much better, but I'll have a go at it if you like. So I went over there to LA, flew over there, and spent a week with him mixing this album.
Insane.
Husky, would you mind showing us a Grammy? Because we haven't seen a Grammy. Yeah. And he says, oh, let me just see, where did I put it again? And then he came back and he had sawn off this part for a sound experiment.
No way.
We couldn't believe it. It was so unimportant to him.